Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 to 10. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. This one is stopped at 2-yard shot. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress. Yeah, we often talk about variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance. And they work this right on the field across the 45. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down? You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action. Wins.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Oh, look at Thomas wide open.
That's bullshit. I tackled the quarterback.
Normally, you see 3 tight ends out of formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup. Throwing on first is Wentz. And his throw is going to be incomplete. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide. Second and 10. To the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. This is really impressive because when the offenses are running RPOs, things move very quickly. Fake, ball's out of his hands, and they're trying to hit him in the gaps downfield. And instead, the defender reacts so well that he makes a play on it, and the ball falls incomplete. Thomas brings it in. About a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Wentz going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Wentz. Flushed out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Richie James on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. I tell you what, CD, this is
lagging like a motherfucker.
Very strong in the victory last week.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. There's the first NFL catch for Kadarius Toney. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to burn his way forward to the 48. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had results on that one being bigger.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Court. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1 yard,
and he can't get rid of it, he's taken down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so you can keep your balance and keep him away from the guy trying to throw the football.
And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing, Jones. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. Touchdown! Kenny Galladay, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter.
This is lagging like a motherfucker.
7-7 here as the kick's away. Looking over to the right, and he muffs it. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now, they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Yeah, it's just the way the schedule lines up, because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season, or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well?
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A handoff for Gibson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Throwing his Wentz. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Wentz. Going right side here, it's complete. Before he reaches. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it.
That is into the end zone for Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington has taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's James. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Losers in the season opener on Sunday. They get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back at it. I've got to think, especially early in the year, that's a good thing for these guys, is it not?
It absolutely is, and we've seen it many times demonstrated over the years. Teams have a rough opening game, have to play the Thursday game. That quick turnaround allows them to go ahead and throw the other game out and focus on the new one, and typically they play much better in game 2, so I would agree with you totally on that.
Eluding the pressure line. Open man right side is Tony. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
The Giants were able to trade back with Chicago and still land speedster Kadarius Toney with a 20th overall pick. This young flash out of Florida should help a Giants offense that was 31st in the NFL last year. And young quarterback Daniel Jones, he needs a target who can move the ball downfield. Toney excels at making guys miss in the open field, has a great change of pace, and picks up a first down with that catch.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Montez Sweat just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped, an interception can result.
So after the INT, here's Gibson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Not much there, only a yard. Play action. Now Wentz. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Here's Wentz to throw. Flush to his right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Throwing deep for Galladay. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Wentz to throw again. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Washington football team on top.
As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. Now James returning.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And
just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Wentz now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wentz. He's got it to Gibson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Wentz now on 1st down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Slide for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's James. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Jones. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
Man, I was on that phone, bro. I had to get rid of her out, bro.
Passed him off to each defender.
Man,
nice
fucked up my whole game. I couldn't even focus on the game.
Jones on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he's able to
couldn't even focus on the game, bro. We got this one, bro. I was fucked up, bro. I was
like he's learned a little bit because
talking to her ass.
I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, this is the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Montez Sweat able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Off the play fake. Jones. Throwing deep for Galladay.
Yo, Galloway, what a pass
interception. Picked off at the 20. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Able to power through, and he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Working from the gun, Wentz. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They fake the give. Now Wentz slings this deep from McLaurin. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the Giants are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. It's complete to Cook. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way down to the 9. A big play there for the Giants.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that one.
Touchdown Giants. Kenny Galladay. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Gano the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led
oh,
to
that's bullshit.
I mean, very close, 1-score game.
That's bullshit. I had him dead to rights, bro.
Trippically on the other side of the ball said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Oh my God, that's bullshit.
And he
I jumped right through the line. It made me stop. That's some bullshit.
Before going out. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass.
And they go wide the fuck open. Where is my line? Where is my cornerback, bro?
Here, right side, he holds it in. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now James returning. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to...
Why ain't come back to the ball? That's bullshit. They just stole me right there, bro. He was coming back to the ball. He threw the shit over there, bro. That is crazy. He was coming back to the ball.
That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And the Giants are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35.
And despite missing 4 games in 2020, Sterling Shepard tied his career high with 66 catches, and that led all Giant receivers, and he makes a nice catch there.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Chase Young in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear, and if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. The 25-yard line is what they need here. is third down. Jones. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Flush to his right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs.
GG, my boy.
At the end of the game, little clock management 101.
Yeah, these Lions ass. I mean, these Giants is ass.
Where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Washington, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And now they'll get the weekend extra time to prepare to face the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the